Oh, it's hot, boy. Oh, it's hot. Whew. Do you guys like my, is it going to read? Every Mickle Muckle sticker. Got it from this nice little illustration artist at some convention. I need to check out their page again, Proverbial Yard. I think they're the ones that designed the sticker. So what is good, you guys? I'm really bad at intros. Like, sometimes I just don't know what to say. Should I be like, hey guys? Or should I be like, wow? Like, I don't know if I should be speaking English. I don't know if I chat patois. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe it's just the immigrant struggle. You know, who should I be in this moment? What version of myself should I portray? I don't know. There's too much to think about. So let's just get into the video. Today's going to be a topic about consistency. It's really going to be about designing consistency into my life and helping you to design it into yours. It's something that everybody struggles with, and I know this for a fact because all of my friends, every time I talk to them, especially the people that are super ambitious and want to do all these great things in the world, they have so many bright ideas, and they're just like, I really want to do this and I want to do that, but I just struggle with consistency. And I can relate to that. I can relate to that a lot. But I've been getting really good at it, and I've been getting better. And there's some things that I have been able to implement into my life that's been helping me with that. And that's the way that we have to go about it. I really believe in systems and implementing a process that works for you, a process that you can repeat every day or that you can call on when you need it. So you know, okay, whenever I want a certain outcome, these are the steps that I'm going to do to achieve it. But in terms of designing consistency into your life, there really just has to be a set of practices that you do either every single day, every other day, every week, that you know, okay, these are the things that is going to help me to get myself in order, to help me to be consistent. And there's a number of things that I've been doing. One of them includes this beautiful book that I showed you at the beginning. But firstly, I want you guys to think about consistency in anything that you want to achieve as a result of just like action over time. It's really something that you have to design into your life. I feel like that's the best way to do it. To wake up one day and to say, okay, I am just going to be consistent from now on. I'm just always just going to follow up. I'm just going to always do what I need to. And yeah, I'm going to make it happen today. That's how it's going to be for the rest of my life. No. We all get that moment of inspiration where we're just like, okay, I'm just going to change my life right now. It's going to happen right now. And literally the next day, you're back scrolling on Instagram, not working on the things that you know you're supposed to be working on, not eating right, not exercising, not going after your goals. Just like on Instagram scrolling, TikTok, Facebook scrolling. Because why? Because you don't have a system for maintaining consistency, so you're going to fall back into your ordinary system. And that's natural because inconsistency is what has been designed in our life. Like whatever comes up, we just jump on it, and if it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And it hasn't been intentional for most of our life. And that's what we have been practicing. Inconsistency is what we have been practicing, so that's what we do. And so if you want to change that, you have to design a lifestyle that helps you to remain consistent. You have to start practicing. You have a set of exercises or just life choices that you do every day, every week, every month that helps to maintain your consistency. And that's the same thing with anything that you want to achieve, whether it's mental health or you want to exercise more or you want to read more. The only way that you're going to do it consistently is to have a system in your life that facilitates you doing it consistently. And I know it's a little fuzzy, so I'm going to get into what I do, what has been helping me to stay consistent. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is Google Calendar. So this is something that I've been doing for the past like 4 or 5 months. And this has been really, really helpful. So basically what you can do with Google Calendar. We all have a Google account and we have access to free Google software. Calendar is one that you can use to schedule out your days, your weeks, your months, your year. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, I'm just not like that, detail oriented, and I like to be free spirited and I don't like routine. But you want to be consistent, right? So you have to do things that help you to be consistent. So if you keep telling yourself that you're this free-spirited person that doesn't like to plan out your days and your weeks, you're mentally just blocking yourself from the life that you actually want. At least set some time aside and just know that, okay, I'm going to do this at this very moment so that I can complete it for this deadline. One of the things that's been really helpful to me is blocking out my time and my day. So the way that I do it is to actually have a day where I say, okay, on Mondays I am going to focus on writing blog posts. On Tuesdays I'm going to focus on creating content. So when I plan things out like that, then I don't have to worry about like what I'm forgetting. Because a part of the trouble that we have in our minds all the time, especially the people that complain that their minds feel fogged, is that we have all these things that are just floating around in our mind, all these ideas, thoughts, and we don't have a place for them yet. So we're constantly just recycling those in our heads because we don't want to forget it, because it's important to us and we want to get it done. And so if you schedule it out and you have a time frame to complete it and to think about it, then you don't have it floating around in your head, and then you just experience more clarity in your mind. Don't let the tool be a burden to you if you feel like you're the type of person that doesn't like routine and schedules, but still allow it to help you to maintain some type of consistency in your life. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the notebook that I showed you guys earlier. This particular notebook I've had for a while, but yeah, I've been like, I don't know, it's kind of one of those things where it's so cute that you don't want to use it right away. You kind of just want to save it for later. You don't want to finish the pages. Anyways, I use this every single day to write down the things that I want to get done in the day. So that'll include writing down my intentions, and often those are just like softer things, and my intentions really just depend on how I feel. So if I wake up and I feel like just a little bit overly anxious, or if I just feel like I'm just burdened by the things that I have to get down today, I'll just write down that my intention is to just like take my time today and to be patient and to just remember that it's okay to go slow. So the next thing that I'll write down is my accomplishments, because I just like to acknowledge the things that I actually do and the things that I actually complete. I think that's a good exercise on just being patient with yourself and celebrating those little wins of things that I was able to complete. So I write down my accomplishments as well. Next thing I do is to write down my priorities for the day. I try to limit it between 3 to 4 things, and I know that these are the things that I want to complete today, and everything else is just on the back burner. I don't always complete these things, but I at least know that these are the things that are going to be on the forefront of my mind today. No more than 3 or 4 things, guys. Please. Our mind is a precious resource and we need to keep focused. Where is this helicopter coming from? I hope they're coming to fix the light, because it's hot, man. I know y'all see my top lip. I'm sweating a little bit. Anyways, keep your priorities, 3 to 4 things. Those are the things that you want to focus on today. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. You can write down other things for priorities tomorrow, but just know that you're going to save your precious mind resource to focus on those 3 to 4 things. Got it? Okay. And then the next thing that I'll write down is things that I want to do to relax and just to be like a little bit light and silly. So those will include things like my photography and drawing, and maybe I want to make a TikTok video, which I've been trying to like get out of my head on doing a TikTok video. That's another thing. But yeah, so it's just light things like that. It's important for me to have that relaxed category because I am a person that can be overly anxious and worry too much sometimes. So I want to make sure that I'm setting aside a part in my day that I'm designing this type of balance and wellness into my life. So I have a category for that. If you know that you want to be more fit, you want to eat right, then you might want to have a category for fitness. So aside from just like your goal, your business goals and your career goals, have a category for your lifestyle goals and your wellness goals, you know? So you know that there's just this one extra thing that I want to do in my day that helps me to feel better. Designing systems, it has to be holistic. So that's why I included the intention section. That's why I included the relaxation section, because in order to be consistent, I can't just be focusing on like action and like the things that I do physically. I have to be making sure they better be coming to fix the light. Not even around all this noise, they better be coming to fix the light. Anyways, kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah, it's a holistic process to incorporate all these things into your life. So if you want more consistency in your life, you can't just go about it in your actions. You have to go about it in your mentality as well. So you want to target different aspects of who you are in order to achieve this. So again, it's about designing it into your entire lifestyle, not just your work life, not just your home life, not just like your social media life, but in literally all of them. All of them. It has to be a lifestyle for you. So that consistency and anything else that you want to achieve just becomes a natural process of just living for you. Like you're just naturally consistent because you practice a lifestyle of consistency. The next topic that I'm going to talk about, or the next tool, is one from Matt Diabella. I don't know, I always say DeVay, but I'm like, that don't really make sense to how his name is spelled. But anyways, he did this video called the 2-day rule, and I think it is a very, very, very helpful process. It's something that I've told my friends about and it's been able to help them. So it's essentially a rule that you tell yourself that I am not going to allow 2 days to pass without getting this thing done. So he explains it really well in his video, so I'll link it below so you guys can check it out. But the idea is that for everything that you want to achieve, again, using the fitness and exercise example, if you know you want to be exercising more, you don't allow 2 days to pass without you exercising. So that means that if you exercise today, and for whatever reason you miss it tomorrow, you have to do it the next day. You can't let 2 full days pass without you doing that. So it's a really good way to stay on top of your goals, and I really recommend you guys check it out so you guys can stay consistent. Now the last thing I'm going to recommend is meditation. I'm biased, I'm really into it. A lot of people talk about it because obviously it's working for a lot of people. Now I don't want you to take my word for it that once you start meditating, your entire life is going to change. I don't want you to take my word for it that just because I've been doing it and that it works for me, it's gonna work for you. What I want you to do is to try it for yourself and to conclude for yourself whether or not this is a helpful thing. 2 things that I remind you though when you're meditating, because I feel like this is the thing that prevents people from being consistent with their meditation, and that's 1, it's okay that you have thoughts that when you're meditating. It's okay that your brain continues to work and to do its job when you're meditating. Okay, it's a process over time that your mind will become more and more still, but it's not going to happen in a month, 2 months, a year. It'll take some time for the thoughts just dilute over time, but it's okay that You have thoughts when you're meditating, okay? Don't feel like you're not doing it right or it's just not working for you because you have thoughts. That's just your brain working. So don't let that stop you from meditating. And 2, don't feel like you can be inconsistent with your meditation and then it's supposed to work. So it's not the case that you sit here today and tomorrow you're going to be zenned out, that you're not ever going to stress about anything again. No, it's a process and it's something that you have to continue every day or several times for the week in order for it to work for you. And you have to do that for a long period of time, okay? So, yeah. And if the word meditation is a little bit fuzzy for you, I want you to just think about it as just practicing stillness. Think about it. If the majority of the day you are on edge all the time, always overthinking, always wanting to do something but you can't seem to get it done, so you're just always just like tense within your day, that's what you're practicing over and over and over. That's the lifestyle that you have, a very tense, uneasy lifestyle. What meditation does is to help to implement a lifestyle that is now more still. You know, so if you have more hours within your day that you are at ease, that you're not worrying, that you're not overthinking, that you're not overly anxious, then you're helping to rewrite that pattern that you have of tenseness and uneasiness into a pattern of ease and calm. And so it's really just a muscle, it's a practice, and all of these things are just like practices that help to build this muscle of consistency, of wellness, of fitness. And you just want to think about them literally as exercises, that it's building the muscle towards the goal that you want to achieve. But you have to do it. You have to do it over and over and over and over again. And again, I don't want you guys to think about this as a mental game. It's not a game of, oh, I say I'm going to do it today and then it's going to happen. For a lot of people, it just doesn't work like that. I want you guys to more think about it as a system that I have to design into my life. That's the only way it's going to happen for you, organically and naturally. Like, you'll just naturally just be out here doing shit, doing your best, going after your goals. You won't need motivation, you won't need inspiration. You'll just do it naturally because that's the way that you have been practicing it over a long period of time. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's really, really helpful for you guys. That's my little 2 cents for today. It's still hot as hell, still don't have no light, but you know, that's just life. Peace out, guys. Be well, stay safe, stay isolated, social distance, do all those things that you know you're supposed to be doing. Do your Google Calendar, do your daily notes, journaling, do your meditation, do the 2-day rule, do what you know you're supposed to do. Because we're out here trying to be great. And you're not going to be great without intentional action. Alright guys, that's it. I'm out.